Like if you briskly touched some woman on the breast, on the chest, it'd be called sexual assault. If you hit a child, a little child, 3 years old, 4 years old, these children can talk. They talk well. They can actually contain a conversation. They can commit to a conversation. They can control a conversation, talking. If you were to hit a child or touch them on the bottom very hard, like hitting them, a person that's 4 or 5 times stoopering all over them, smothering all over them, bashing them and smacking them in the bottom, that's called parenting. And everybody of the same standard of concept living says it that way. They are conducting life. This is every conversation you run into with adults and children, teenage boys and girls, adolescents. These are the leaders. They are telling you this, not knowing the concept, but pervading the consequence of just simply talking about it. They piss off out of their right mind before they even start to adjudicate that process of what led them to their conviction. Obsession leads you to your conviction. So at what stage after the second time that you touch a child on the rectum, on the bottom, do you not understand what you are doing? And you bash them. You smack them. It is the worst hell they can conjure up in their mind. Now you see a child in absolute hysterics. The way they're crying, they're convulsing. They're absolutely just, it's hell for, you see the way they're crying, it's uncontrollable crying. They're just crying and beyond their control. They can't turn around and hit you. So you say, oh, that's parenting. That's what you're taught to do. That's what's considered appropriate. But if you bashed and smacked a woman's breast 15 times, that's called sexual violence. So what do you think it is to a child? I'll tell you what it is. It is the worst hell they can conjure up in their mind. The third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, repetitiously, constance. It is the worst hell that you can conjure up in your mind. They simply cannot retaliate. They can't engage and commit. It is the worst hell they can conjure up in their mind. That's why they cry like that. And when they cry, you are screaming at them, telling them to shut up. Like you are concentrating on saying nothing. You took it from them because you don't understand the concept. You took away commitment-based relationship. You took it away. You didn't commit, supposedly. You were parenting. That's sexual violence. You committed sexual violence and you didn't even know it. If you smack somebody, slap them on the bus or the train, the police will be called. Authorities will be called. If a child is being hit, it is just nowhere to be known, seen, documented. It's normal. It is the worst hell that they can conjure up in their mind. You stole it from them, you took it from them before you never spoke about it. That's why you told them to shut up. And that's why you lauded them 24/7 as a parent, as a guardian, as a custodian, to privately conduct a concept out of your control. You don't understand the concept. So you sexually assaulted them. That's what it is to make an advance on something and not keep it intact. What can the child possibly do? What can anyone do? You people are exalting yourself above all that can be called God. And it's simply because you don't understand concept. Scientific relay, even in the outlook of what you call a discovery. It's not a discovery to watch a rat drown in a bucket of piss and try to watch it climb up the wall and call that a discovery of adrenaline. Maybe you're looking for adrenaline because you don't even have any yourself. And all you're doing is watching a rat drown in a bucket of piss. You are exalting yourself above all that can be called God, and you are stating the obvious because you have nothing. You don't understand concept. So you keep looking for it, like you stole it, or that you simply didn't possess it. Why you would go looking for it defeats the purpose of qualification. It's different when it comes to anything in any custodial right. But in this case, you don't understand the concept. So you couple with fear. You put a contract right in the middle rather than just stay engaged lawfully and willfully. So you perpetrated perpetuality. You have perpetrated it because, like poverty, you have nothing. What you stole, you can't trade. What you stole, you cannot trade. So thus, you people don't even begin to speak about it. And that's like a indemnity crisis, a common indemnity that is normalized because of a world unfruitful in all of its regard, failing the use of concept, that born into a world without it has to gather it like hunters and gatherers, somehow stealing it and selling it by the millions. The way of life for those who steal. Thus why you don't have anything to trade. What you steal is not what you have to trade. And you will cry in a much more sophisticated fashion than someone who's got their whole life ahead of them to regain what was lost, like when you stole it from them when you hit them the first time. At what stage did you not understand the second time? Because what you have to trade is certainly not what you stole from them. That's why you perpetrated.